have a problem. Okay, guys? I have a serious problem here. We are starting to expand way too much. All right? And I want to slow it down. And the reason why I want to slow it down is because I want this world, right, the city, to actually be filled with things and stuff to do and interest points. All right. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna pick an area. All right, and we're gonna work on that area. And I already have the area picked. All right. Where am I going with this? We are gonna focus on the entrance part of our city because this has been bare for a very, very long time, which is not good. I want things to feel lived in. And, since we're expanding so much, I tend to forget to kind of, actually put buildings. And yeah, it's not good. I just want the world to feel alive, and I want the world to be kind of like uh, not like cramped, okay? But I think like we're moving too fast, I guess. I mean, and we don't even have an elytra, and I'm saying that we're moving too fast. Goodness, dude. By the way, I want to show you this real quick. Check this out. Huh? You may wonder, well, how did you do this? What's going on, Thunder? It's an item frame, guys. All right, it's just an item frame, and then you just put this. I have the resource pack invisible frames. I don't know why it says it's not incompatible. Um, because well, it's compatible. I mean, it works, right? So I'm not gonna question it. Are you? I'm not. We also, I was getting annoyed of this part right here, where it's kind of just like barren and there was nothing in it. So I just really cranked it down, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get this finished. So then that way we can move forward with our other path that's gonna be connected from this hill to that hill. I also got us situated with bamboo and sugarcane. All right, and yeah, we're getting well, a decent amount of sugarcane. I might have to expand this side. But this side right here, the bamboo, I tell you, I already have one full chest of bamboo, and the bamboo is doing great. But we have to do a few things first, okay? First things first, let's go ahead and grab some potions for this trial chamber that we're gonna embark on, okay? And I should have, yeah, I have health. Okay, so we'll take a few health. What? Why is it full already? That doesn't make sense. Okay, but what if I put this? And that's not full. That is so weird. Why would I be able to have a bad omen, ominous bottle, okay, and then put it here, and then just, it's not full, right? Like, you're good to go. Like, hey, you're fine. It's not a big deal. But then when I put a bottle, it's full. Mojang, this doesn't make any sense. Fix it. And then we gotta find a cartographer to get a map to find the trial chamber. So let's go ahead and do that. We finally got our map from this guy, dude. I didn't know you need compasses, okay? I didn't know you need compasses, so then I had to go all the way back to grab some compasses because I didn't have any redstone on me, and I was not about to start mining. Yeah, these are just useless items that I needed to do. I needed to do the most. Anyways, I got our trial map right here. I'm gonna take this bed with me, sir. I'm sorry, but you can keep this furnace. Yeah, this furnace is all yours. Okay, so let's go ahead and head towards our trial chamber. Ooh, exciting times, boys and girls. Exciting times. All right, it looks like we hit some copper. Okay, let's see. Hello? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Minecraft Trials Edition. All right. Okay. All right. Where are we going? Hello, sir. How's everybody doing? Oh, okay. Oh, are you gonna start spawning? Oh, yeah, he is. Okay, we're getting right into it. So let's drink this ominous bottle And yeah, let's see what happens.
Ela tá cheia de tesão, eu vou te fuder com amor. Mina linda, safadinha, arregaça esse popô. Vai, quer caô.
All right, we made it back. That was fun, dude. I'm not gonna lie. That was probably like the most amount of fun I had playing Minecraft in a little while. Besides building and besides like world building, I think like things like that just make the game a lot more interesting. And they should add more. They honestly should add a lot more structures and a lot more dungeons, like different dungeons. Like give me different dungeons like that and new mobs, dude. That I'm not gonna lie, that I had a lot of fun. I got a bunch of items here, some diamonds, some wind charges, some breeze rods, some ominous trial keys. Now I tried using them all, but apparently you have to go to like a different trial to use them. So yeah, because for some reason they weren't like working. Like when I used to go to like the chamber, I was trying to click on it, but it was locked up. Locked up. They won't let me out. Give me the goodies. They weren't trying to give me the goodies. Um, but anyways, what else we got? We got a whole bunch of decorated pots. We have a new disc, creator by Lena Rain. Dude, why does that? Okay. Let's listen to it. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, this is not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Give me that. Okay, so let me get my inventory cleared up over here, and then we can talk about what we want to do with this specific areas. I do have a few ideas, okay, but my goal is gonna be pretty much to just get everything done over on this area. I think it's gonna look good when we're done with it. We are gonna be putting up another building right here. And yeah, I'll be right back with you guys once I got my inventory cleared. All right, so I pretty much have things figured out, like where I want them to be. So where you see those two signs, 1, 2, there's gonna be 2 guard towers, right? One here and one here. There's gonna be over on this side, there's gonna be a guardhouse. Over here, we're gonna build a barracks, kind of like where all the soldiers sleep in. This is probably where the general is gonna stay. And then as we're walking by here, we are going to have a shrine. What we're going to focus on today is this area right here. We're going to build the 2 guard towers, so that's what we're going to start with. And then after that, we're probably going to move on with the barracks, and then probably the shrine, and then finally we're going to end with the guardhouse. The guardhouse specifically, why I want to do it last, is because it's probably going to be a little bit more of a complex build. I have a few ideas of how I actually want to build it. And the guard towers, well, those are probably the most 2 easiest, buildings to make and stuff like that. So it's not going to be too difficult. This is pretty much just going to be like a rectangle. Or I don't know. I guess I guess I'll figure this out. How did you get out, dude? Get back in there. Get in here. How do they keep jumping over this? I don't understand. Is it this? I'm gonna put this down just in case. How did you get out? I don't think they can jump over the fences, can they? I don't know. Anyways, let me gather up some blocks real quick for these guard towers. And yeah, we are gonna start filling this place in. So it's been a few days later. Oh, and by the way, thank you for your comment, Dusty for you. I've messed around with my settings on my microphone, and hopefully it sounds a little bit better. I did take off like I have like a little like muffler piece that I put on the microphone, and I did take that off. Um, so hopefully the sound quality is a lot better. I messed around with like editing and stuff like that, so I don't know. Oh, we'll see how this video turns out. But anyways, oh, and yeah, thank you for that kind comment, Dusty for you. I really appreciate it. And also thank you to Hunting Belt for that comment. And thank you to Project Voss and Blaze Schutz for those comments on the last video. I really appreciate that. But we've built these watchtowers. They're exactly identical, and I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with them. There isn't anything in here at the moment. We're gonna do the details a little bit later. And then yeah, obviously this one is still empty. I had this tower, like the section, the top section of the tower. It was 2 blocks wide, but that just looked pretty goofy. So I ended up putting these shelves for this nice kind of like balcony trim. And I think it turned out a lot better. The next thing that I want to work on is the barracks. And the barracks is going to be a little bit different from the towers because I need to gather up some different blocks, not the same building blocks like diorite and what's it called? Granite. It's still gonna be the same. But the bottom layer, I need to gather up some terracotta for the bottom layer. Because the way that I want to have this built is pretty much gonna have like 2 sections. So there's gonna be a section right here and then there's going to be another section right here. And then the entrance is going to be somewhere over here as you enter it through. And then you're going to have a big door somewhere like right here to where you enter to like the main building. And everything is kind of going to be connected or not. Maybe there's going to be like some walls separating the quarters to where the actual gear and stuff like that, like where they grab their armor and their swords and whatnot. But let's go ahead and head to the desert because I need to mine for some terracotta before starting this building. All right, so this is a few days later. Crimson Desert came out, everybody, and I have been playing that game uh a little bit too much, I'd say. uh because it is really addictive, I'm not gonna lie. It makes me feel like a kid again, man. We got the barracks done. And I am liking the way that this building turned out. We got some barrels over here, some cypress trees over on this side. I played around with this flag, and this is the best that I could come up with. I might change it, do something in creative for different flags. But for now, I think it's gonna stay because you know what? It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad. Over on this side, obviously we have the bunkers, right? Where all the soldiers are and they sleep and they stay. Oh, by the way, I wanted to show you this. Check this out. Isn't this cool? I think this is the coolest thing ever, dude. The things that you can do with like these item frames. I got an anvil here and I have a sword right on top of it. Okay, it just makes sense. All right, it just makes sense. And then look at this. I have a little pouch over here. Why? I don't know why. Because it's lore. All right. Maybe somebody forgot their pouch over here, and you can just poop. Give me that. It's a bundle. Bam. I'll put that right there. And then as we walk in, we have the general's office. This is where the general stays. We got a nice little table over here with a key. I thought this was cool. I don't know. Maybe he has a key to his house, right? That we're gonna be building over there or something. And he's eating a piece of steak. Got a little cup. Finagling with some maps. We also have a few maps here as well. And then I put a stick here. I put a stick because like if you look at maps, generals had those like sticks that they would point, this is where we're gonna attack, and this is where our defense line is. Things like that. And yeah, some bits and bobs here, some pots and stuff like that. A little book. Maybe he wants to do a little bit of reading. Got a nice armor stand with the glorious axe. Okay, I still have to name it. I want to give name a name to this axe. You know, I want more lore. All right, something that we're missing in this village, world, city is a lore. Okay. Oh, and by the way, what's it called? This Majigi thing. I wanted to add a resource pack that changes these books into scrolls. I think that would be so lore friendly because you got to think about it, right? Okay, back in what's it called? Ancient Greece, all right, they did not have books. Books weren't really a thing in ancient Greece. Most ancient cities, all right, and scribes, they would write on scrolls. So I might get that. I might get that resource pack because I think it would really help out with the lore. So the way that we're gonna make this work, okay, is I want a nice big front entrance. Can I speak? I want a nice big front entrance right here, okay, and then some stairs coming up right here to like a little smaller entrance over on this side. Um, this building is gonna come out till probably around here. There's gonna be a nice stone pillar wall, and then something like, oh, hello. I will have to do some terraforming here as well. I definitely will have to do some terraforming here as well. But yeah, I'm gonna go get some materials here, and I'm gonna get started. Okay, so I'm confused. All right, there was a horse, a skeleton horse over there. Hello, guy. And lightning, lightning, strike the horse. Okay, and then a whole bunch of skeletons with skeleton horses appeared. Am I playing modded Minecraft right now? Hello, dude. What is going on? I have never seen this, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm not gonna lie. This was a little bit of a challenge, because the house itself, like the way that I wanted to construct it, it's not like a one-to-one replica. The reason why it was a little bit of a challenge is because I didn't really know how to like do the back side of it. So the back side of this building is kind of empty. And we might need to fill it up with like a few, like pots or like planters, something like that. Like look at this building. This building is full of details. So I kind of want to do the same thing with this one. But other than that, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I like the balcony over here. I think that's a really good addition to the building, and I love the like private gazebo that we have going on here. I don't know, it felt fitting, because as the general, you kind of want your area to like, come here and just hang out and talk and have meetings with maybe like centurions, right? If you don't know what a centurion is kind of like not an army general, but kind of like a commander that's under the general that leads a small group of men, either 50 to 100 men under their belt. Oh, by the way, I gotta talk about this. We made an angel statue as well. I really like the way that it turned out. I used a tutorial. Okay, I didn't come up with this by myself. It felt fitting. I didn't want anything too crazy over here. I think the bigger statues are probably gonna go somewhere on top of that hill. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into a quick time lapse before the end of the episode. And yeah, let's kind of add some trees, bits and bobs, some rocks, a few things, and obviously clear this chest monster. I have so many things in here, dude. So many different things, so many different blocks. But yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And then I think we'll end off the episode strong. And with that being said, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below. Like I said, leave a like if you did enjoy the episode. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Take care.